global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm one of the very few Nigerians who still believe in one Nigeria, but I'm afraid the things that are unfolding in front of me, I beg to differ. Now, a lot of things have happened that you begin to wonder, are we truly one Nigeria, or is it just one Nigeria by mouth, but by action things are different? But before we go to the newspaper and further analysis, so you will understand why we all need to have a retrospect over this issue of Nigeria, one Nigeria, and otherwise, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button below. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. The controversy created by the disinvitation of the Kaduna governor, Nasir Elrufai, by the Nigerian Bar Association, NNBA, as a speaker at its recent annual general conference is getting really messy, as a splinter group, New Nigerian Bar Association, NNBA, has emerged. The move has, however, elicited mixed reactions from legal practitioners. In a statement by conveners of the New Nigerian Bar Association, that's Nuhu Ibrahim and Abdul Basit Sulaiman, both members of the Kaduna branch of NNBA, yesterday the group said wide consultation has started across northern Nigeria with senior lawyers to actualize the formation of the new association. Members of this association have commenced consultations with very senior lawyers of the northern Nigerian extraction and those practicing therein with the view to constitute the trustees and purposes of fixing dates for formal inauguration of the association. The inaugural date of the association being apolitical and geared at taking and protecting the interest of lawyers of like minds shall be communicated, they said. The recent rumbling from the Nigerian Bar Association, as NNBA, is leaving much to be desired within the ranks of concerned lawyers, especially from the northern part of the country. What has been happening recently has exposed the inability of the NNBA to manage and contain the heterogeneity of its members as well as their various interests. Its penal powers has been deployed discriminatively on the basis of ethnicity and religionalism. As a body of lawyers who have undergone training towards ensuring the protection and promotion of human rights and liberties, the NNBA is supposed to live above sentiments, regionalism and regionalism as well, and discrimination on any basis of any kind. Therefore, the NNBA cannot afford to be seen not to be upholding the rights and freedom of its own members, if at all. It should be seen to be practicing what it preaches. As the Hausa saying goes, Idan Kora Tana Makani Zahuta Yimat Kanta. If hyena has cure for diarrhea, let her use it for herself. The New Nigerian Bar Association have been watching activities of the NNBA, an association we all looked forward to joining with high hopes before being called to the Nigerian Bar, forcing idiosyncrasies of few on the majority of its members, especially in recent times. No wonder NNBA, NEC, which is the highest decision-making organ of the association, failed to uphold the fundamental principles of fair hearing, which in itself is the fundamental aspect of the rule of law, on the allegations against the executive governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasir Ahmed Elrufai, as were contained in the petition by Chidi Odinkalo Esquire, a long-time foe of His Excellency and a lawyer of Eastern extraction, but the NNBA failed to extend the same treatment to the southern invitees who were also petitioned and also alleged to have committed similar or more human rights abuses than those alleged against Malam Elrufai. The group said NNBA, that's the new one, NNBA members gleaning from the above constitutional provision feel their interests were no longer taken into consideration in major decisions of the NNBA. Reacting, Paul Ananaba San said NNBA is better and stronger together. There are avenues for settling grievances rather than forming a new association. Besides, the issue of stake are not legal issues per se. What is the guarantee that the similar issues will not sprung in the new association? It then means we may end up having over 10 bar associations. I'm against it and I advise the proposers to do away with the idea. For Dr. Babatunde Ajibade San and Abiru Akinbolu, the emergency of the fractional group portends a bad omen. On the way the move should not be allowed to gain traction, Ajibade, presidential candidate of the last NBA election, said, if we fail to stand together as a profession, as we appear to be doing now, we will be unable to withstand the threats and challenges ahead. Bam. But senior lawyer Mr. Sh0ck okayed the splinter group and described the action of the lawyers as a welcome development. I am not surprised. I know it will get to this. What will you expect? What will you expect if the leadership of an organization is not transparent? Association selection being mad with fraud. To me, it's a welcome development. This will bring about healthy competition for the rivalry groups, he said. Bayo Akinlade, former chairman, NNBA Korodu branch, said members of the group were free to set up their own association, but to be like an NNBA, they need the National Assembly to give them a statutory flavor. Now, that's not a problem. They have power in the National Assembly. Go check the way they pass bills in the National Assembly. Anything that comes from the north is sharp, sharp, sharp. I tell you, these guys, they have bulldozed Nigerian economy everywhere. Go check. We are sleeping. Honestly, I knew it was going to come to this at some point. I knew it was going to come to this. Now, the question is, how did we get here? Now, what got me pissed in this whole thing, sorry, permit me to use the word, is the fact that this whole thing began as a way of cautioning human rights, as a way of, speaking their voice that, look, the lives of Southern Kaduna people matter. It has no ethnicity into it, has no religions or religion sentiment into it. All they're saying is, as the honorable, as the governor, the first person, as the number one security officer of Kaduna State, if a fraction or a particular part of Kaduna is endangered, who do we call first? The number one person, the chief security officer, which is the governor of the state, which is here we're looking at His Excellency Nasir Elrufai here. Now, if Southern Kaduna are being massacred, being killed every day, we are now saying, look, Governor Nasir Elrufai, you have no business coming to talk to us. Go clean up your home. Lives matter. All lives matter, including Southern Kaduna lives. They matter. Now, for whatever reason, there was no part where they said because he's a Muslim or because he's from the north. It's simply because lives are going on. There have been protests and so counter-protests. He didn't respond, not until this disinvite from NNBA. That was when he started responding. One would have expected that the northern group, being that you have agreed that you are not going to be divided on the lines of sentiment or on the lines of religious activities and ethnicity, one would have expected them to lend the same voice, then settle this matter amicably within. Even though NNBA came online and apologized and said, look, we are not doing this on the grounds of ethnic discoloration here. We are saying that we should do it so that, human lives, all life matters, and we protect the lives of every man in Nigeria. It turned to something else. And now they're talking about northern, as an NNBA for northern extract. Nigeria is, where we are going. Very soon everything will be north and south, north and south. We have started the division already. If it has entered law, very soon they will start messing up with lawyers. By the time you are now divided, if south says something, they'll go and meet the northern part. The northern part will counter it. As usual, to now look like protest. When Omoyele Sowore will do his own, they'll bring a counter protest. One group that does not exist, they'll come and counter it. You begin to see everything will now become a joke. They want to mess up NNBA, and they're allowing it. Let's quickly feel the pulse of Nigerians over this matter. Just take one or two, comment over this. This one here is saying, that's wonderful. I think we are getting it right in a way in this country. We need it. Christian Bar Association, CBA, Muslim Bar Association, MBA, and Traditional Bar Association, TBA. We need to follow issues perspectively in this country. The different associations will afford members to practice according to law, religion, and rules. If religiousness is ridiculed with nepotism, we can try geopolitical zones formation of bar association. Like, if all this fails, we can conveniently move to ethnic formation of the bar association, which is Kanuri Bar Association, Yoruba Bar Association, Igbo Bar Association, Hausa Bar Association, Fulani Bar Association, Ijaw Bar Association, TV Bar Association, Idoma Bar Association, Efik Bar Association, Ibibio Bar Association, and the rest. Look at. Let's continue. This one here is saying, congratulations to the NNBA for successfully ruining itself. This one here is saying, this will make the little clothes that was empathic to him dissent him. A typical attitude of, if it's not my way, it's no way. while other noble associations that have stood the test of time should ban Elrufai from public speaking, he can keep sponsoring parody associations. This one here is saying, every sphere of our national life is now polarized along ethnic, religious, and party lines. So true, my brother, so very true. There are more things that divide us than that bind us. Always for CAC, company business, for NGO registration, TIN, DPR, trademark, NAFDAC, and so on, rituals, whatever the case may be, this is now an issue. Have you now seen? We are even, what divides us is even more than what separates us, is even more than what binds us. So what binds us is our oil and gas. They mine the oil. The oil is in Niger Delta. They mine it in Niger Delta. They take the oil away and refine it somewhere in Lagos or some other places that they have built the refinery, which is not even in a river state or whatever, some of the states, as we case. Thank God for the likes of modular refinery and the rest that are coming up. Now they mine it out there, and the major chunk of the money goes to those who are doing the major. That's why the Niger Deltas are receiving meager salaries, and they claim that they're working in oil and gas, as they rightly say. Or the fact that this issue of gold mining have 100% ownership control. They not have 100% ownership control of the oil or of their gold. But in Niger Delta, it is our resources. Is the whole of Nigeria's resources, of which the Niger Delta only get 13%. In some cases, yes, of the allocation, 13%, because they're the root people getting the oil. But the gold is 100%. Nobody shares that. For how long?